let's go to Nancy Pelosi's clip. Here's Nancy Pelosi being interviewed and being asked about Trump's comments of what to do with insider trading, and here's how she reacted to it. Go for it.
What was your reaction to what you heard this evening?
I thought the speech was lazy. It's one thing to acknowledge patriotism and people getting well and everything when you have absolutely nothing to do with their courage or the rest, but you spend an hour and a half
Rob, that's not the clip I sent you, Rob.
What is the state of the nation?
Rob, I didn't send you that clip. Rob, I sent you this clip over here in the morning that says Nancy Pelosi was asked about banning stocks in Congress. It's in the group text with the group right there. That's the one I want you to play. Thank you. Go for it.
Moment, Madam Speaker, where he called you out specifically around, of course, congressional stock trading. What do you say back to him?
I say back to him, as that's what members said, look at your own self. The inference he wants to draw is there was something wrong with that, which there wasn't. And if there was, people get prosecuted for it. For a long time now, we've been trying to pass this law. It doesn't have, now it has more support than it had before. And
Elizabeth Warren stood up and applauded. Elizabeth Warren stood and applauded tonight when the president talked about it.
Well, that we all did. I did too. He said, did Nancy stand up? Yeah, I did too. A lot of people stood up. A lot of Democrats stood up.
Did she?
I think that will pass, depending on what the bill is. I mean, what we had, we thought we could pass. It was actually a tougher bill than Governor Spanberger had put forth. We thought it could pass, but it was clear that it wasn't going to make it to the House and the Senate. But in any event, he gives his shout out. You don't pay any attention to him. What I'm concerned about is our democracy, which he is destroying, even in the 250th year anniversary. But we save the democracy at the kitchen table to talk about how we help working families with their costs, taking down the cost, not by giving tax breaks to the wealthiest people in the country, by making health care more expensive for them. And then he talks about drugs in America. Well, he freed Hernandez, a guy who sent 400 tons of cocaine into the United States, and said
she's very good at changing quickly away from the topic. But do you think
he freed him? He had been convicted in a U.S. court. He freed him.
You can pause it right there, Rob. What do you think about what she's saying? How she's reacting to it?
Nervous. She looks uncomfortable.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, it's a clear as day paper trail to see that she, made legislation around things like Nvidia, Google, you name it, and then, directly either her husband invested in it right before it. I mean, it's not an accident that she has a better trading record than Warren Buffett and Ray Dalio.
I mean, the way she responded to it was like, yeah, I'm all for it. We should. It almost gave me the vibes of the answer when Hillary Clinton came out and said, we should release the files. We should release to see what's in the files. That kind of an approach where, yeah, I want this thing to stop. But if you think about, there is a Twitter account, Kenneth, I don't know if you've seen this or not. There's a Twitter account called Pelosi. What is it called, Rob? Pelosi Stock
Well Tracker.
Look at that, 1.4 million followers. Have you heard about this?
Operated by autopilot.
Have you heard about this?
I haven't heard about it, but I mean, she was clearly uncomfortable, and the nature of her answer was, well, there wasn't illegal when I did it. There wasn't any guidelines about it.
She's not lying.
And I think we should have guidelines so people like, me can't do this in the future. But she also made the point that, the president sort of, the pot calling the kettle black, because there's a lot of things you could point out with cryptocurrency. And
there's
stuff
no question about that as well. Yeah, there's no question about that. But here, Pelosi Tracker, and it's by autopilot, join autopilot, where they allow you to invest exactly the way she's investing in trading. As a matter of fact, Tom, real quick, you tested this last July, right? You mind sharing with the audience how it's done?
What autopilot does is it makes trades for a set amount of money that mirror exactly what's in Pelosi's thing.
No, I wish I knew.
Watch this. This is so interesting.
A test. So I opened a Robinhood account and I put $50,000 in it. Autopilot is a separate company. I gave Autopilot permission with that $50,000 to trade and to have an ownership mix exactly the way Nancy Pelosi's ownership is, according to all the forms she has to file. It then trades out every time there's a trade with Nancy Pelosi. Every time there's a trade, trades out. It was up from just the first quarter that I was doing it, like 17%. And then it was up 23%. And now it's beating the S&P. And there is $1 billion that was invested by people like that in individual accounts like a Robinhood or a Schwab account. And then they give autopilot permission to, well, trade on autopilot. And a billion people, not a billion people, $1 billion with all those people have been there. And those people have made money. And you should see the commentary on it that's like, hey, it was great to make about 10 grand on this, but isn't this kind of ridiculous? Because this is what Nancy Pelosi has been doing, you know, while all the rest of us are just watching our 401ks go 4% a year during COVID and things like that. But that's autopilot.
Mm-hmm. She's ended up being like Joe Kennedy, where Joe Kennedy, he's the one who did a bunch of insider trading, then became the head of SEC, and then outlawed insider trading. So, you know, Congress is going to outlaw the thing that got them rich because they already benefited from it.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that a company takes that idea and matches people's investments, and you can do that and say, hey, if she's doing it, I'm going to match what your portfolio is. They're using the information that they have, but this is a legal thing that this company is doing. Because, like, wait a minute, if we're doing something illegal, we're just matching her investment. You see it on the 13. Which form do you see it on, Tom? That
there's a congressional insider.
You can literally see everyone's investments.
Correct. You have to fill out these forms, and you have to attach your brokerage accounts to it to show that the blind trust that you're supposed to have is not going outside the lines.
Do they even give it day by day? I mean, so like, or you just know what she did last year?
Right.
No. You will suddenly see autopilot make trades. This goes out. She traded out of PayPal weeks before PayPal had the earnings thing. So it protected profits that people had previously had and then recalibrated according to the ownership. She got out of PayPal before PayPal had issues here. So this is Nostradamus Nancy.
But leave it to the capitalists and the entrepreneurs to come up with an idea. Different types of sales leaders I've worked with the last 20 years. One of them are those that are a boss, that are telling you what to do. One of them is one that wants to be a friend. He wants to say, hey, Johnny, let me help you get to this next level. And then the other one is the leader that's sitting down with you, accountable, challenge, pushing you. You can do more, expectation, business planning. Each one of them has pros and blind spots. Once a year, I host an event called the Sales Leadership Summit. This year, we're doing it at the beautiful Trump Doral, March 25th through the 27th, where we talk about topics like this, 200 plus pages in a manual where people from around the world, you have to do a minimum of $1 million a year and 5 salespeople to qualify to attend this. So if you're someone that's watching and saying, I think I'm like a boss, I think I'm like a friend, I think I'm a leader, I want to find my blind spots, click on a link below, fill out the information. One of our consultants will get a hold of you. Click on a link. I do believe the executive tickets have sold out, but there's 2 other tier tickets for those that want to find out about it. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.